You got to repent or you going to die. There is nothing to it, my man. What it do, y'all? It's your brother, man, from the motherland, coming to you guys back once again with that Repent or Die podcast. For those that don't know who I am, I'm Junes, the original for the Bantus, not by blood, not by converge, but by the word. You know I'm out here to splurge with the word. Sorry, I'm just looking, making sure that everything is up to par, because this was crazy. And now look, I'm able to see my whole screen now. What's going on here? Hold on. What's going on here? Audio monitor is off. Deck. Okay. Why am I seeing? So hold on, let me take this off. Alright. Yeah, so you know how the adversary works. You know, the adversary doesn't like when Junes come on, because I come on and I bring stuff to keep my foot on you heathens, Hebrews, and the newly installed Heathenites next. Yeah, we're gonna have a good one. Facts. The devil is busy at it again, but it won't work because the power of the devil is here. The power of the Father is up there. So you do the math. No weapon against me shall prosper, period. Even the Luciferian devices, it can't prosper with me. But without further ado, we're going to get straight into it. I apologize. These heathens was playing, but it is what it is. You see what it says? They sacrifice their own to deceive the people. What people? You, the chosen people, the seed of Akobi, the bloodline of Abram, Isaac, and Akobi, the bloodline of Enoch, Shem, Noah, Adam. Yeah, the bloodline. They'll sacrifice their own. They would sacrifice their own. This is what I want my people to understand. Please wake up and understand that they will sacrifice their own to pushing an agenda. And let me tell you how you know they're willing to sacrifice their own and how we're gullible to it, right? Remember when your parents used to tell you shouldn't do that, and your reply to why you should do that is, but why, Ma? White people do it too. You remember that? Remember we used to say that to our parents? See, these heathens know that. They know that once they put something out there, no matter the circumstances, if it's something so heinous and evil, they know it's going to take a process. So what they do is they must interject themselves and do things for themselves first. Let you perceive to believe that it's okay, that it's cool. And then they're gonna watch and wait for you, black and brown people, to start pushing and promoting this evil, this wickedness. They sacrifice their own. I'm about to show you. Hold on. You know I came well prepared today for you. Especially after what they just did just now. Oh, now I definitely gotta come hard for them. Don't worry. I'm gonna keep my foot on you heathens, Hebrews, and the newly installed Heathenites next. We're gonna do it. Watch this. You see this? Let me move me out the way. Make me a little smaller. Let me move me out the way. I want you guys to see this. So I had to fight to retrieve just this information right here. And I'm going to go talk about this so-called chat GPT and all of that. Let me tell you guys about this chat GPT just real quick, right? See, this chat BET, GPT, MBC, ABC, 1, 2, 3. Let me tell you about this thing. See, this chat, these AIs are European-based program, right? Meaning, they will tell you about everything upon this world. They'll give you a full breakdown on how wicked black people was to black people, how wicked black people did to other blacks in the Caribbean islands, in the Holy Land, etc., etc. We'll give you all of that. We'll give you a full rundown, hashtags whatsoever. But the minute you try to ask questions and say, why did Europeans use religion? Why did Europeans use religions to capitalize off black and brown people or take advantage of? Or unfortunately, we're unable to do so. I don't feel comfortable. So my reply to that is, if you don't feel comfortable, I digress. I don't want to leave off. But this is what I was doing for the last hour and a half, putting things together, trying to make sure you guys understand. So when I say that they sacrifice their own to deceive the people, when I say the people, I'm talking about the Bantus. When I say the people, I'm talking about the seed of Akobi. When I say the people, I'm talking about those that's from the very exact bloodline of our Savior. I'm talking about them. That's the people I'm talking about, right? So they're sacrificed their own to deceive the people. So when you see this, right, throughout history, they are unfortunate examples of white people exploiting or harming their own people to promote political or social agendas. So right now, the political and social agenda that these people are trying to force upon, let me take that back. These heathens are trying to force upon the children of Akobi right now. We all know it's the LGBT ABC 1, 2, 3. And tune in for this podcast next week. Oh, we're gonna have a profound one. Oh, we're gonna talk about it. Tune in for the December conversation. We're gonna talk about it. Who keeps murdering our Messiah? Oh, you guys thought the Messiah was only Jesus. Don't worry. Soon for the December conversation. Bantu Prince says, when you get a chance, write that down for me. Who keeps murdering the Messiahs? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Who keeps murdering them? But that's neither here nor there. Let's proceed. However, I would caution against making broad generalizations about any group. You see how it's set up? Each situation complex with many factors at play. Some examples that come to mind. Right? Let's look at it. Governments sometimes use propaganda or restrictive laws to control their population, maintain power. This can limit freedom and human rights. You see why you don't get reparations? You see, to give you reparations is to give you freedom. It's to give you human rights. See, human rights is only for the Europeans. There's absolutely no human rights when it comes to black and brown people. Absolutely. If you think I'm lying, just look at your community. Just look how they could just yesterday. Was it yesterday? If it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before. I'm riding through by the hospital. Now, this is the well-known hospital in Brooklyn. I'm driving past. I see two brothers putting something on top of the light pole. I'm looking, I'm saying, yo. So I drive by. He's directing the traffic, telling everybody to go left, right, whatever. You know me. I say, yo, fam, what's that they putting up there? He replied to me, oh, that's the 5G tower. I replied to him after that and said, they're trying to kill us. He replied back to me, I kid you not. He replies, tell me about it. See, people are knowing what's going on. Doesn't matter the color of your skin. Doesn't matter the color of your skin. The reason why I push this so-called race narrative so much is because you guys did a great job. Government sometimes, you see right here. Look, let me share my screen. You see right here? You see what it says? Okay? So you use these things to promote. You use these things to demoralize my people, to be viewed to the world as animals, as hooligans, criminals, hoes, chicken heads, BBLs that ain't gone too well. You understand? This is what you promote. But you never tell them about how you are. You never tell the world your true history and origin. You never tell the world why you got such a high infatuation with blood. Excuse me, almost dropped my mic. Tell them the truth. You never do. And then now you got these AIs to you got the AI to cyber surf and to cyber bully and to cyber lie and continue pushing these narratives where it keeps you guys untarnished, unblemished. Nothing happened. You guys didn't do nothing wrong. But I can type something right now. You guys can put whatever. Type in what's wrong with niggers killing niggers. Type that in and see what you get. Might get a whole, well, we got a whole bunch of ideas on why such and such is taking place. Type it in if you think that I'm lying. If you think that I'm lying, type it in. But that's neither here. Right? So they sacrifice their own to push in an agenda. Just know that I'm setting this up for the grand finale. Right? They use religious and ideological persecution frequently targets minority groups within a society. There's only one minority on the face of this earth. Anywhere black people go. I think black people is even a minority in Africa. Facts. Facts. There's only one minority. You see, frequently targets minority groups within a society. Coercion and violent are used to violence are used to tamp out distinct voices and enforce orthodoxy. Okay? See, when you hear the word I'm an orthodox, just know it's a taught. These things are taught. They're taught to us. Targeting a particular people frequently targets minorities. You're watching it right in front of your screen. This is not me saying it. This is them. Officials and institutions may ignore or downplay threats to public health. Listen carefully. They sacrifice their own to push their agenda. And I'm going to go through all of this. Officials and institutions may ignore or downplay threats to public health and safety in order to avoid political inconvenience or cost. Okay? Listen, look. So we already know what the government will do. We already know what they did with C-19, 2019, 2020 till this day. And FYI, it's a high rise going on in New York. High rise. Uh-oh. I also received a notification and I was informed in the month of August that this winter, prepared New York for the winter you guys been asking for. You missed the snow on Christmas. You're going to get that. You missed the snow on New Year's. You're going to get that. You missed the blizzard and the shoveling of the snow. Don't worry. You will get that. The stage is set. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, it's time for you to seek the Father. Better seek the Father. Whatever you call on, seek your God. Let's keep it like that. Seek your God. Seek your power source. You better seek it, because what's coming to your Muslims, better make sure Allah is there. Better make sure Allah, Muhammad, all of that. Okay? Muhammad, Habib, Abibi, Babylon, all of that. Make sure they there. For you Christians, make sure Jesus, Lord Jesus, make sure He there. Make sure your Lord, make sure everything is there. For you Hebrew Israelites, hey, make sure these make sure the God of the ISIS Ra'el is there to protect you. Make sure, because it's about to be a slippery slide come this winter. And for those that took the fufu, hey, they said that those that took it are now going to end up becoming allergic to meat. Oh, yeah. I got this information. Go on my Instagram, Repent-or-Die Podcast. Look, slide through. Hit me up on the DM. Say, yo, bro, can you send me the things that you was talking about? I'll send it to you. A lot of these things I can't push on my phone because I'm a content creator, right? And this podcast and stuff, this is what's going to be the norm. Like, this work right here has to play out where I can do this full time and a lot more. I'll be pressed for time. I gotta go see my client. I gotta handle my business. I gotta make some money. I gotta be a father. I gotta be a husband. I gotta be a son. My time is consuming. No excuses. I'm just letting you know. But I don't want to go get off topic. Let's go. Right? So we know what these people would do. Okay? In the time of war. Okay? Leaders have often compelled citizens to fight. You wonder why there's Crips and Bloods beefing in the community? Oh, you didn't think that was them that did that? You didn't think that was them that did that? Let me tell you something. Anytime you do business with the devil is not going to give you his product unless he has full access into whatever you're doing. See, when we started off these gangs, it was Crips. It wasn't just Crips and Bloods. These were listen carefully to when I say this to you guys. These was Boy Scouts. Okay, a lot of you guys are uninformed. A lot of you guys join these gangs don't have no recollection and no understanding of what you're getting yourself into. I was a part of the Boys Club. Okay, I was a part of it, so I know what I'm talking about. Okay. Back in the 60s and 70s, they wasn't allowing black people to have to partake in Boy Scouts. So what these brothers did is they created their own Boy Scouts. And they had such a great time that when the Boy Scouts in camp was over, they took their talents back to the community. They took the Boy Scout stuff that they learned how to survive. They took it and they brought it back into the community. They was protecting the community. This is where your Black Panthers come from. This is the origin. What went wrong is when we got money hungry. Yes, I know, poverty stricken. I get it. I understand it. But where we went wrong is we went reaching out for these people for help. And the devil don't got no problem. The devil will make you a rich man. You want me to show you? You want me to go to Matthew 4 when he took When he took our big brother to the exceedingly high mountain, he said, all of this can be yours if you bow down and worship me. See, to worship when you guys hear the word worship subconsciously, because you untaught, you unlearned, right? These are taught behaviors. So subconsciously, when you hear the word worship, you're thinking like getting down, praying, giving enchantments, doing these type of dance, saying, I love you, doing all of that, right? This is what you subconsciously thought is worshiping. Right? But what you don't understand what worship means. Worship is rocking with something to its full totality, right? So these celebrities rock with the devil. So they need to, their way of worshiping is letting you know that they rock with him. That's worship. Just like saying the Father's name is worship. Saying Sunini Nanini is worship. This is why these heathens don't say it. Is dreadful. The Father's name is dreadful amongst the heathens. Did you notice that not even the Pharaoh called the Father's name? He said, who? Who's that? Read the word. You'll see. They ain't called the Father's name. He said, who? Who's that? Who God is? What? He never called his name. Because like I said, the Father's name is dreadful amongst the heathens. Even when the people who was writing it, they had to take it out. They had to take the Father's name and create their own. Just like they created their own language. Yes, Hebrews are created language. Stop. What language was Eber speaking? What language was Eber parents speaking before Eber was born? Cut the madness. Stop with the stupidity. Stop. What language was Enoch speaking? Stop. You're not going to find those records in no goddamn Hebrew. Stop. Unless they put it together and compiled it. Remember, these are cunning hunters. Very patient. The patience is, if I'm putting things together, if I'm putting a puzzle, I'll be very patient. Take my time. It may take me 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. It may not even finish in my lifetime. I'm going to make sure that I put everything in place for the next one up to continue it. Stop. Okay? Stop with the madness. All right? This is what they do. This is just what they do. Okay? This is what worship. Worship. You got to worship. Worship is calling on the name. Right? My son worshiped me when my son worshiped me because he knows he needs me. He calls on my name. He say, yo, dad. My son don't call me like, he ain't going to be like, yo, dad. I just wanted to say dad. No, it's worship. Call on me, there's a reason. Why you hollering at me? What's up? What's going on? Or I just want to say thank you for the things you did. Or I just want to say good looking for the bag you bought me the other day. Worship. So when you see these celebrities throw sounds like this, worship. And this is what they've done. You see that? So when you see gang members throwing up this, I thought this was 666, but they throw it up like a blood. Worship. Okay? When you see them throwing these signs up, I remember I used to throw these signs. I used to do this. It's a 6-pointed star. It's worship. You understand? It's worship. What the heck is a 6-pointed star? What is Meg David doing in gang activities? Stop it now. This is what they do. Okay? Leaders have often compelled citizens to fight. What leaders? Could it be your city officials? Could it be a mayor? Could it be a governor? Could it be your president? Or could it be the people that control it all? These are your leaders. Let these gangs fight each other. Let them fight for a block that they don't own. That if I was to bring the military, everybody will have to be evacuated. Even relocated. Make it make sense. Come on now. Come on, people. Sometimes, listen, citizens to fight, sometimes under threat of punishment, even when the war aims are ambiguous. Many lives have been lost due to such decisions made from above. Made from what above? It wasn't made from the Father. It was made from Europeans. White power. Sacrificed their own to push the agenda. The Rothschilds sacrificed their own to get the 1948. You think World War I and World War II was just it was just a casualty of war? You think so? Okay, you believe that. Continue believing that. Okay? All right? We already seen the religious. They sacrificed their own. Who's the one who was the sacrificial lamb to bring forth religion to you? It was your slave owners. You didn't think the slave owners sat down with other slave owners and they was like, yo, bro, you really about to start a ministry? Have you by yourself be in a church full of some niggers? Hold on. Yeah. Oh, you ain't know. Oh, I hope you know now. Oh, you ain't know. You ain't know that before they gave us the religion, it was a big conversation that they had, because it was like, yo, listen, you know we dealing with spiritual people. You think this religion is gonna work? I promise you it's gonna work. I already got the books, the writings, and everything. I already got the precepts and everything. I'm telling you, if you don't have the spirit of the Father in you, if the Mama Love, and it's not the Ruach Kadash, the Ruach Kadash is a Kabbalah spirit, European, Luciferian, satanic spirit. Know who you worshiping. I have all the information. You ask, you need it, holla at me, I'll give it to you. Free 99. We're not keeping nothing from nobody from over here. Are you dumb? You serious? Right? If you don't have Mama Love inside of you, you can and will turn into a sorcerer. See, what they don't tell you is the writers of the Bible, King James included, was 33 degree Luciferian Masonic individuals. You're going to see a lot of Luciferian rituals that's put, especially in the New Testament. Let me give you a hint of one. You want to know one of the Luciferian 33 degree Mason rituals that they put into your Bible that you partake in every Sunday, every feast day? It's called the drinking of the blood and eating of the body. Oh yeah. You know it's to be true. You know I'm not telling you no lie. Look it up. Even when you go into the frat parties and you try to join these fraternities, one of the main things that they're going to make you do, they're going to make you drink blood. Whether it's going to eat a raw chicken, you might just, I don't know. I don't partake. The only fraternity I ever been in was in the Crip gang. And that was one of the worst mistakes I did in my life, because I didn't know it was being run, or should I say was infiltrated by these people. Right? So I lost my train of thought. My hand itches. So these individuals use these things. Oh, got it. That's the ritual. This is what they do. They get you lost in the sauce, right? Drinking blood, eating bodies. That's cannibalism. That's nothing. You can't find none of that in the Old Testament. You will never find that. You can't find that in the scrolls. You can't find none of that. But here along comes the New Testament. Here's a man that came to do his Father's will. Here's a man that says he died without sin. Sin is the disobedience of your Creator. That's what sin is. So before he died, he instructed his members that the Father sent to him, which you can read in John 17. The Father sent to him to be the foul comrades to sin against the Father, because when they sat down, they broke bread and they was drinking blood. And after he died, Paul, in I think it's 2 Corinthians, made sure that he pushed that same narrative. And that's why, hence, you seeing that going on in every church and every religion, no matter what it is. I don't know what goes on in Islam, but anything pertaining to Christianity, you heathens and Negroes are drinking blood. Facts. Even the heathenites. Oh man, listen, these Israelites can't wait for the feast day. They can't wait. I remember being in the organizations before these people could even, before they even give a prayer, make sure everybody got a wine. Children too. Children got grape juice. That same grape juice that was in Jerome what's that movie called? Jerome Clone Jerome. That. Yeah. That same grape juice that came from their truck. Listen carefully, man. You guys don't understand. It's a full-fledged attack. They sacrifice their own, but they use their own first. You know? I don't want you guys to understand that they use their own first. They bring the propagandas and all that, right? The first person that's been infected with such and such is a man from Louisiana. He's from a small town where it's like 500 people. That's how they get you. And hey, he comes on. You know? Because if they showed you colored people, it might lead to a race war. It might lead to a civil suit. It might lead to a civil uprising. So they can't do that. So they must sacrifice their own. Right? They sacrifice their own to get their point across. Okay? Downplay threats to public health, safety in order to avoid political inconvenience or cause, right? They do that. You already know what they did with C-19. You already know what time it was. You know what time it was? When you watch these TV shows, my 700-pound husband, that's 700 pounds. The first episode be a 700-pound European, mad fat, eating all the foolishness. And then the next episode, they might give you a black person. But the first, it must sacrifice their own. See, they must sell you this. So when we see it, as black people, when we watch it, we like, see, there's nothing wrong with being out of shape, mommy. Look, he's fat, he's white, he's living his best life. He made it on TV. I can be that too. Sacrifice their own. This is what they do. Oh, but it's not finished there, guys. Oh, it's not finished there. Oh, it's not finished there. I want to show you guys something. When I say that, when I say that they sacrifice their own, when I say that they sacrifice their own to push their agenda. Now, listen, disclaimer. What I'm about to put on the screen may cause you guys to err, may cause you guys to say, nah, I'm good for the day. May make you get away from continue watching this live. But I got to let it out. I have to let you guys see this. So, before I show you the image, let me tell you what this image is. Right? So they sacrifice their own to push the agenda. So right now, they're sacrificing their own to push what agenda within to deceive the people. Right? The agenda that they're pushing forth right now is the Transformers. They're pushing this agenda right now. Right? Yes, you got the black flamboyant ones as well, but the face of this movement right now, is European. And think I'm lying? When you watch these movies now, when you see weird activities taking place, I'm gonna give you an example. I was watching the TV show The Last of Us. The reason why I'm watching it, because when I used to play my PlayStation, that game was a great game. I seen the buzz behind it. I said, you know what? Let me see what the game was so great. Let me see how the writing is. Watching it was beautiful. It was great. Right? Until the second episode. Hey, if I'm lying, I'm flying. Until the second episode, where a European, home alone, fully guarded, he meets a man. The man is another European. He says, look, I'm not sick. I just need a place to stay. I'm hungry, boom, boom, boom. The guy said, let me check you. He check him. He passed the test. He did whatever. I say all of that to say this. The man take the man to his house. They end up having conversation. They end up playing piano or whatever. One thing led to another. These two heathens started kissing and like literally started kissing and made their way to the bedroom. This is what's going on. See, to sell this narrative, to sell this evil, they will use their own to push it to you. That's what made me do this podcast. Because I see how they will sacrifice their own. See, when you go into the community right now, even in the hood, when you go into our community, right, down to the regentrification, right, they bring their own, right? They bring their own. They allow them to walk the streets, see what the response is, see how people look, see how people react. Even with the transformer nonsense, they come. They see what the response is. See, these heathens put these individuals out there to test the water, to check the temperature. And when the temperature is to the point where, it's whatever, where we at now, then they bring the boat. That's when the Titanic makes its way. The Titanic comes, and before you know it, you close your eyes, open your eyes, and you trying to figure out where the you, all of you guys come from. You're trying to figure it out. But this is what they do, right? So to get back to what I was saying, what I'm about to show you will make your stomach turn. What I'm about to show you will make you say, well, I'll be damned. What I'm about to show you will make you say, fire and brimstone, fire, fire, fire to all people. Yo, this is how I know that this truth that I have received in the last 6 months is, without a shot of a doubt, the most accurate 100% truth that I've ever received. And I don't even want to say 100 because I don't even know all the information, because all our information isn't 100% natural, organic, what it is. Written by the hands of Abram, Isaac, and we don't have access to that. There will come a time when we will, but right now we don't. So I don't want to say 100. But when the word says, I will put intimacy between thy seed and your seed, oh, that jump was real. When you see the wickedness that these people would do, the lengths that these people would take just to push an agenda. I mean, damn, it has to come a point. I gotta show my face. It has to come a point where you have to say to yourself, like, wow, like, yo, there's no way can you be of God's creation and be this wicked and evil in the process. There's no way. And I'm about to show you. So again, people, be prepared to see what I'm about to show you. Oh, and let me tell you, this is an image of a man that got a sex change done. I'm only gonna show it brief because that's how disgusting it is. And on top of that, I don't need YouTube to come hit me with some foolish nonsense saying that I'm going against community guidelines. I'm this, I'm all that. It's bad enough these heathens already on my heels because I keep my foot on you heathens, heroes, and heathenites next. See, they don't like the fact that I'm reaching with how I'm reaching when I'm their assistants. They trying to figure out how is this man getting where he's getting to when my assistants. I'm gonna tell you why. Because there's a man that says this right here. Listen. That watches over me. That watches over his people. That'll be damned if we're gonna let some heathens stop this awakening ever in life. But again, I'm about to show you this. Here is the image of a man that got a sex change. And FYI, he totally regrets it. To the point where he wants to himself. Let Let me show you. Fair use. Let me show you. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are ready. Let me pull this up. I had to save it first. Just looking at it is Oh, made my head itch. God damn. Woo. The lengths that you guys will go. just the lift that you guys will go to just to deceive and to mock God, mock the Father, mock the Creator, mock His children. The lifts that you will go, fire and brimstone. Oh, you guys are ready? Look at it. Woo! Here's a man. I can't look at this while I talk. I can't. That's an image of a man that cut off his wiener for a vagina. You see how it looks? Let me cover my eyes. Hold on. You see how that joint look? Are you crazy? They would sacrifice their own just to deceive the people. And the sad thing is, let me tell you what the sad thing is. The sad thing is, you guys will run for that. The sad thing is, there's a black and brown person right now in their house contemplating doing such a procedure. And when the fire and brimstone come knocking at your door, when the reaper comes and you get all the repercussions of your foolishness, what are you going to say for yourself? Oh, damn. Oh. Ah. I as a man, bro, I love my John John. My John John gave me June Junes. And a man they want to get rid of their John John for some poom poom. The level brothers and sisters would take, they would sacrifice their own just to deceive the people. I say all of that to say this, man. Yeah. You could take it and run with it, or you could just fire and brimstones. They sacrifice their own. They sacrifice their own to push these narratives, man. May ignore, downplay threats to public health. They don't give a damn about you. They would sacrifice their own to push this agenda. What agenda is this? They don't want the next Messiah to come. They don't want the next Savior to come. And those that's out like myself, who's talking that talk, they are using their tools to keep this truth from coming out. This is why it's up to you guys to bring forth this truth. It's up to you guys. And tell your friends and family, like, yo, listen, man, I got this brother. This brother is not like everybody else. He's gonna keep it 3.5. He's gonna talk to you how you need to be spoken to. You may not like his aggressiveness, People that like my aggressiveness, 9 out of 10 times, they from outside. 9 out of 10 times, they was knuckleheads outside, troublemakers. That's why they were like, nah, Jules, you be wilding. But I love it, though. Because that's me. When you talk, you talking like how I talk. You represent me. Shout out to the elders and shout out to everybody that's doing it. I love this because everybody's different. I can't be like the elder. The elder got more wisdom than me. He got more wisdom and understanding when it's pertaining to this truth. He got more wisdom and understanding when it's pertaining to life. I don't have that. You feel me? What I have is my experiences. My experiences is what I dealt with being outside. What I dealt with growing up in these ghetto streets of Brooklyn. Still in Brooklyn. From Brooklyn to the Holy Land. I'm that man. Are you dumb or are you dumb? That might just be the new podcast channel. From Brooklyn to the Holy Land. Podcast. Yeah, I'm about to come up with another podcast too. Like I said, once this become established to the point where I can do this full time and make this a business. Yeah, we're gonna bring forth truth. Yeah. But we gotta survive to bring this truth. Right? We're not asking for nothing. We just setting up the stage so we can succeed and generate, so we can separate. I'm trying to get up out of here. I hope you guys are too. Because we got to get up out of here. Because of foolishness like this. Because of foolish and evil. Turn my face around because I can't look at it. Of foolishness like this. Who would do that? How do you wake up? How do you wake up in the morning? Knowing you used to stand up and pee. I don't even know what you do. Are you on dialysis? Do you have a poop bag on the side of your hip? I mean, what was that? Oh. Anyway. Wow. Oh my jeez. Let me see if you guys left any messages. Yes, a new podcast. Don't worry, sis. We coming out here like crack cocaine. Why is it doing that? I don't like that. Oh, okay. Yep. Brand new podcast. Don't worry. It's coming out real soon. To be honest with you, I really want to do something with my brothers, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's another side of me that you guys don't know. It's not evil or wicked like that. It's a humorous side. You know? Like, I know I be thorough and be raw and direct, but there's a humor side, and I want you guys to experience that. I want you guys to experience that before this world come to an end. At least you guys can say, nah, this brother June, nah, he's a real one. He's solid. He always been what he said he was. How you see me here is how you gonna see me outside. How you see me on this is how you gonna see me in public. I don't cover nothing. I don't act. I don't front. I do what I do. I say what I say. I stand on what I'm saying, and I move how I move. It is what it is. But this is me. What? I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. And I'm gonna do maybe tomorrow. I want to address this whole Jamie Foxx situation. I want to address it. I will address it. Because for some apparent reason, these heathens are now associating. First they became a whole nationality based on religion. Now they are a whole nationality based on terms and words. So if I say him or them or they or our, then you referring to them. I mean, like I said, they sacrificed their own. Even World War I and II, even the so-called concentration, right? The so-called Holocaust, right? They sacrificed their own to do what? To get to where they at now. So when you even speak a word, you're anti this, you're anti that. And I'm gonna talk about it. And listen, I really want to do a similar conversation about it, but this needs to be on the podcast. Summer conversation, we'll have another conversation. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. You know, I want to show you guys this one more time. Right? See, I had to put white people, but they was trying to promote it as group. I should put an example of Cain, children of Cain, exploiting or harming their own people to promote political or social agendas. However, I will caution against making broad generalization about any group. See, they had it as group. I didn't want to put group because when you use the word group, just like in the word, you know, they interjected things like the people. We know for a fact that the Father don't see us as his people. We are his creation. We are his children. We are his offsprings. I can show you this in Luke chapter 3. Scroll all the way down. Who's the father? He says the father of Adam. If he's the father of Adam and Adam continue having children to this particular point of time right now, then that means without a shadow of a doubt that man that's sitting up there is my pops. He's my pops. But the reason why we're not connected to our pops is because these people has infused and interjected themselves within our works, had distracting us with materials and money and entertainment that disconnects you from the Father. They gave us they gave us the drugs and the alcohols and this gave us a lifestyle. Matter of fact, let me write that down. Europeans gave us a lifestyle to disobey God. I like that. You see, Bantu Princess, this is how I come up with ideas. I sit back and it just comes to me. Let me write this down. Hold on, people. Europeans gave us a lifestyle to disobey our Father. Write it down. I can't find my pen, but yeah. They gave us a lifestyle. They gave you a custom. They gave you morals. The first thing that they gave you before they shackle you free was a religion. And within that religion, the first thing that they told you is you don't have to do etc. no more. Keeping the law, what is that? That's forbidden. Jesus, the same, remember, they said Jesus died for you. That's probably the same way, listen, they said Jesus died for you, and also they probably said Jesus summoned you. Because they took your ass and put you on a ship called Jesus and brought you right over here and took the belt out, beat you into submission, say your name is no longer Kunta, your name is Toby Maguire, right? And when you didn't apply, when you didn't follow, they beat your ass until your ass was on fire. And when you finally realized, when you finally agreed to being called Toby Maguire, right? They then said, you're such a good boy. Let me tell you about that Jesus. Remember Jesus, he died for you? Let me tell you how he's going to come back into your life and save you from people like me. They probably didn't even say that. They said he's just going to save you. You wait. You know when you're trying to be sarcasm, I think religion was given to black people in sarcasm. There's no way. Hold on, I got to show my face. There's no way. There's absolutely no way I could see myself as a black man, see myself, right? That's like me. I'm gonna use street terms, right? That's like me taking over a block. This is my block now, and all of you guys are gonna work for me now. Oh, and FYI, right? Somebody's gonna come save you in the end. Just keep your hopes alive. I promise you, you ain't gonna have to work for me no longer. Somebody's gonna come save you. I mean, sometimes you gotta make that make sense. Sometimes you gotta make. This is what they done to us. As a sign of mockery. This is what they've done. This is what they will continue to do until you find out who is you, until you come back to who is you, until you come to the realization and to the acceptance that you are a Bantu, that you are from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Until you do that, until you say, don't call me African American. I would respect you even more if you just pick the lane. Don't call yourself two continents. America's not even a continent. They told you that. There's only one continent. Okay? There's only one land. Okay? There's only one place where the Father eyes dwell. Okay? Only one place. There's only one place on the face of this earth that these nations want their hands in. Only one place. I don't see no other nations that's got their hands in China, that got their hands in Russia, that got their hands, like these people. You're never gonna see a black world leader that's in their land talking about, oh, we're gonna do business. Oh, never. Everybody is in our lands. And FYI, the Valley of Jehoshaphat is on its way. See, you heathenites, those that's unlearned, those that's being taught by these agents, yeah, the 33-degree Masons, yeah. Oh yeah, you ain't know your teachers was a part of these organizations? I'm gonna give you an example. Anybody that can shut down downtown Brooklyn, with 500 people walking up and down the streets on rush hour time, where people is trying to get home and these individuals locked down the streets and no arrest was made, no disturbing the peace, of justice, making noise, etc., etc. Nothing. When you see nothing happens, that's how you know who's who. Okay? You are who you call on. You understand me? When you guys start waking up and you understand the things that you guys are participating in, the names that you calling on, when you come to that realization, then you will be saved. When you come to the realization, when you realize that there will be no exodus for no Hebrew Israelites, there will be no exodus. The exodus for the Hebrew Israelites happened already. It happened in 1948. It happened when they took over New York and America. I remember going to a bathroom in Williamsburg and I looked on the wall and that joint said, Jew York. Not New York, it said Jew York. That's their exodus. You heathenites, you think that another exodus is gonna happen after this exodus that already happened. So there's gonna be 3 exodus, because the exodus that took place in Egypt, we had that. We had another exodus in 1948. And now you guys want the ultimate exodus. Where you gonna go? Don't be like Ron Dalton that's gonna tell people to come to Africa because the Father's cleaning up that land. You could come with it. Listen, come to Africa with this Hebrew stuff. Watch how fast you're gonna blow away. Look, just look it up. Look it up. Millions of people over there. Less than 100 people following. Billions of people over there, but less than 100 people are following. That's just to let you know the times that we are in. The Father's cleansing. He's cleaning. He's healing his earth. He's not just hearing his children's crying. He's hearing the soil cry. He's hearing the birds cry. He's hearing the lions roar. He's hearing the elephants. All of these animals that's being advantaged, that's being exploited for sport, for goods. All of these things that's taking place. All of that, the Father's hearing it. And he's saying, enough is enough. And guess what? 20 times 20 equals what? 400. 400 years will be in servitude was to who? The children of Jacob. And the time is now. You got to make that conscious decision and ask yourself, what am I doing? Because they're coming. They're coming. They're pushing parents out the way. To the parents that's here in America, oh, you think that you got ownership and control over your child? I got a news flash for you. You absolutely don't. The minute you sign that paper, whether it's the social or birth certificate, you hand over your rights of your child. Your child becomes a property of the state. Facts. And these people are so evil, some hospitals won't even allow you to leave until you sign those documentations. Facts. The wickedness of this world. The wickedness of this world. You think you own something. You think you running the show. You think. No. They're coming. Everything that you see going on in America, the inflations, the cost of living, the things of the struggle. You know why these are happening? Because the Father has to stir it up to put it in your mind that maybe this is not the place for me to live the rest of my life. Maybe it's time for me to go elsewhere. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for me to go elsewhere. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time. Gotta ask yourself these questions, people. The Father doesn't make mistakes. The Father's setting up the stage. The Father has taken away the spirit of fear from all black people over the world. The only people that's still scared is the ones that don't have the Father that's in them. The only people that's still scared is the ones that are subject to the system, loyal to the system, or coconut to humanity. Yes, they are the ones. But outside of that, fearless warriors. That's why people listen to me. Because they like, damn, he talked that, he talked that, that DMX. Shut them down, open up shop. Yeah, that's us. Oh. Yeah. That's what people want. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants, listen, especially people in my age bracket, nobody wants that. We want it raw. Tell us the truth. Stop giving us the contradictions. Stop giving us the fairy tales. Stop giving us the plagiarize. Stop giving us the lie. Give us the truth. What did he mean? What was he actually saying when he said Ella la sabatani? It doesn't mean this, my God, my God. Doesn't mean that. They took that from Psalms chapter 22, verse 1. Look it up. Go on my Semba conversations. I did plenty of lessons talking about these very exact things. Look them up. I'm not lying to you. I'm not hiding nothing from you. Look it up. Look how they switch Ham. Look how they switch Ham and Japheth. Look it up. Look up who's Ham. Look up the origin of who's Ham. Don't look it up. I put all of these things. I left everything for you guys to look it up. So nobody can say I'm coming up with my own doctrine. Nobody can say, yo, this don't make sense. Nobody can say nothing. Look it up. Stop allowing people to hold your hands to this truth. I can't hold your hand in this truth. Nobody should be holding your hands in this truth. That elder can't hold my hand in this truth. My big bro can't hold my hand in this truth. I gotta hold myself. I gotta hold myself accountable. I gotta stand 10 toes down with the Father. I gotta go into the judgment room by my damn self. How am I gonna allow somebody to hold my hands? I even tell this to my wives. I say, yo, baby girl, don't seek your salvation, bro. Do your studies, read for yourself, because the Father may drop gems for you to play to me so I can see. This is why people is not understanding. Don't let these organizations with these European fundamentals distort your mind on what the Father is trying to do. He said, meditate on my words day in, day out. Study to show yourself approved unto me. He tells you, he gave you all of this. He's giving you what you're supposed to do. Wisdom is known of her children. Right? So we know all of these things. We know all of these things. So that means it's a requirement for us to seek him on our lonesome. There's a reason why you found that you was bound to. There's a reason why you found that even when you found out you thought you was an Israel. There's a reason why. There's a reason why. Because you was reading. You was reading. The questions that you was asking that you couldn't get the answers to, you found it. You was reading for yourself. You wasn't going to Sunday school and sitting there waiting for the pastor to say, give me Proverbs 19, guys. And the Lord love his, you know what I'm saying? He's not giving you that. You're not taking that. You taking the word, you sitting down and you trying to figure it out. That's all the Father wants you to do, is to try to figure it out. What you don't know, he will give it to you. He says, seek me and you will find me. Seek the answers, you will find it. You think I was seeking, I said, yo, Father, how can I show that Ham is not the children or the people that's living in Africa? How can I do that? For one, you gotta read the book of Jasher. Once you read the book of Jasher, and then you realize that he only had two, then you start using their tools to dissect them. See, when you sow something, in order to unveil it, you can't just rip it, because they may have some fabrics that's maybe stronger. They may have some protection that stops you from, it stops you. So what you do is, right, you gotta follow the thread. You gotta follow it. Oh, that's where it is. Okay, so let me unveil it. Let me pull it out slowly here from here, and before you know it, you had split that whole fabric in half. That's what you gotta do. And I'm gonna leave that for you. I'm gonna leave that right there for you. If you want to be a part of this truth, and you want to be a part of this awakening, you want to be a part of this true gathering back to the Holy Land, because ain't gonna be no gathering or no Christ over here. Okay? Ain't gonna be there ain't gonna be no. Let me tell you this. Let me say this. Give you a clean disclaimer. There will be no Christ in the Holy Land. What he just said, there will be no Christ in the Holy Land. Christ is the man that's used to keep you confused and allow them to abuse who? You. Stop with the madness. There will be no Christ in the Holy Land. Christ is being taken out right now. These people are throwing the Bible, and listen, I'm not anti-Sunni. I am a big anti-Christ. I'm not anti my big brother. I'm not anti my savior. Christ, the European, big anti. I don't want no association with that man, because I see the damage that this man has done to my people. The damage that he's still doing to my people. You know, people are dying every day in hopes to be with Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm dying. I'm going to be with the Lord. You know how many people is dying? You know how many people is dying and having images put around them to be put underground? The disrespect to the Father. Are you crazy? Stop. There won't be no gathering of no Christ over here. There won't be no Israelite united and no Christ over here. That joint is gonna be Israelite united in a cell, is where you guys are gonna be. Okay? The gathering of carnage is what you're gonna receive. Okay? Okay? The ISUPK be dead is what you're going to see. Okay? I say it with my chest out too. Say it with my chest. I'm getting swole too. You know what I'm saying? Don't let this fool you. You know what I'm saying? I slimmed down. But anyway, there will be no gathering for you guys. There will be no united. There's nothing. The thing that bothers me, these brothers say united, but you guys are over here fighting with each other in the streets. You guys are saying united, and you guys can't even come to a common cause. We got one organization street preaching over here. We got another one that's over there. I remember one time we were street preaching. I remember, this is when I was with the organization. This is what I try to tell you, man. I know what I'm talking about. I remember when we were street preaching, we standing here. It was me and another brother. I wouldn't even say a brother. It was me and a fella. Right? And when we sitting there, I think new word got back that we was out there. I guess we was stepping on enemy territory. That's their location. And we got there. These dudes came in. They probably was like 10, 15 deep. All dressed down, looking like Power Rangers and all that. Talking about, who is son? Read. And they was outnumbered. We was outnumbered, and we was outnumbered, and they was overshouting us, right? So we let them have it. But I'm saying to myself, it's like, damn, how are we supposed to be preaching this truth and gathering people when two brothers reading the same exact book can't even come together for a common cause, bro? The common cause is what? Freedom for black and brown people. Salvation for the people. Ain't that what you teach? From that moment on, I kid you not, from that moment on, I was like, yo, is this really the truth? Because we'll read that, we'll see that happening right before our eyes, and then go into these churches and say things like, a nation that's divided can't stand. I mean, goddamn, you right. We can't stand, and we're not standing to this day. In fact, not only are we not able to stand, we have been completely crippled, disabled through religion. Yeah. Another fire topic. A nation can't stand. A nation divided can't stand. Well, then I guess we as people has been crippled. Religion has crippled black and brown people. You're crippled. We die, people. Listen carefully what I'm saying is, we die saying in the name of Jesus Christ. Our parents, our family, our relatives, our loved ones will pray over us and say in the name of Jesus, please save them. Not knowing that there's no saving through Jesus. That Jesus is Azus. Azus is Zeus. Zeus is Lucifer. Who are you calling on? Christ is synonymous with Christos. Who is that? Why wasn't the New Testament compiled while he was living? You know the Old Testament was compiled while he was living. You can hear it. You can feel it. It's not in third person. Everything in the New Testament is third person until you start going through the apostles. Especially, listen, and then the hypnosis and the satanic comes through when you go through Paul. See, Paul is the inventor, or the masseuse in the hypnosis. Like, he's gonna hypnotize you if you unlearn. Do he have certain precepts that's very powerful and wonderful and great to use? Absolutely. But when you read and you pay attention carefully, you'll realize that he's another seed of Cain. He told you he is all Hebrews of all Hebrews, from the tribe of Benjamin. Yeah, that means he was from South Africa. But when you read the historic about Paul, you notice that he spoke all European languages. Never spoke one black language. Oh, my bad. Hebrew's a black language. But yet, I can't find no Hebrew language in no area where there's black. And we left Jerusalem and we fled Israel and made his way into Africa, then how isn't the Hebrew language also a language in the Hebrew? I can find the Arabic language in Africa. I can't find the Hebrew. But I thought we left Israel and came here, and we was fought here. We was founded here. Don't miss me with the lies. They didn't take everybody. Okay? We are the salt of the earth. But that means that when you are the certain anything that we touch, people's gonna follow, mimic. Remember, matter of fact, let me show you something. I'm about to educate y'all, and I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you the madness. You gotta catch people in their lies, people. Okay? Let me show you something. Hold on. Okay. Okay? I want to show you something. Share my screen. I'll share my screen, guys. I'll share my screen, and then I'll kindly, because I got things to do, man. Money to make, never late, right? Let me share my screen. Share screen. Hold on. Alright. You see this? You see what this says? You see what this says? Let's go down to Judah. Right? Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Okay? The reason why I want you guys to see this is because you see it says, Judah, thou art him whom thy brethren shall praise. You guys are seeing it like, wait, what? That means he's talking about Christ. No. He's talking about everything. Right? He's talking about everything. He's talking about everything. I want to show you what I really want to show you. Hold on. It's this one right here. All right? Okay? Everything that we touch turning into gold. Everybody, the brethren shall praise thee. Not just our big brother coming on the scene. And even that story is to be questioned to a degree. Right? But when you hear it says that even Judah, you know what I'm saying, even you should be praised by thy brethren, that means we're going to look up to Judah. See it in America. Everybody wanted to be a black American. Nobody wants to be a European. The only time people want to be Europeans when it comes to money, because they put themselves in that position. When it comes to like flavor and understanding, basketball, even when it comes to education, they getting it from us. The financial is that they have control over that because they the ones that's printing it. It's not us. If it was us, they would want everything of us. But you see that, right? It's going to be praise. So if Judah left Israel and went into Africa, his language, his flavor, everything that he took over there, individuals will mimic that and follow like, why is not? So if he came over there speaking Hebrew, speaking Phoenician or Paleo, I don't know. I don't understand how people want to associate themselves with a language as paleo. You know, paleo. I guess they call it paleo because it reminds them of polio, and you get crippled when you start trying to learn how to speak this madness, this Luciferian tongue. Stop with the lies, man. Stop. Just stop. Just stop with the lies. You make yourself look ridiculous because when I just bring forth stuff like this so simple, it causes a level of irritation. And what I don't want this truth to do is turn you into a reprobate and make you question the Father, because you've been sucked into all this European lies and fabrications that when the truth come out and it starts slapping you in your face like this, and it starts slapping you in your face, then you're gonna be like, well, damn. So these people been lying to us, man. Forget the Bible, forget that. I don't believe in God. I'm just my own man. God knows my heart. Like, it can't do that to you. It will do that to some. Some of you guys will denounce before the grand finale. Some of you guys will denounce it all. Some of you guys will denounce this Israelite. Some of you gonna denounce Christianity. Some of you gonna even denounce this Bantu awakening because it's gonna be too much. Some of us, you just hope that it ain't you. You just hope that it ain't you. You just hope that you are doing just enough to get by. And I'll leave it as that. It's your brother, man, from the motherland. I came to you guys live. I'm sorry. I ain't sorry. You guys need this chicken. You gotta eat. So, like I said, continue watching. I showed you that evil. We live. We back. I fixed the camera. You know what I'm saying? We back in business. Alright? It's your brother, man, from the motherland. Came to you guys live. Continue supporting. For those that know who I am him, Mr. Keep my foot on you heathens. You he-grows. And the newly installed heathenites. Neck. Are you dumb? Or are you dumb? Father, say one time for the one time. And I'ma holla at y'all. One.